What's the mom put on a shorts on it? The mom put on a shorts. So drop off him. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the stream. Whoa! Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? That thing looking for a fight. Okay. Big up everybody in the building. Y'all play ball here sometime. Not right now though. I think this was what Nico was trying to ask me to do today. Put it on one and rise it with the other. I think that's what Nico was trying to ask me to do today. Big up everybody, welcome man, welcome.
Dad.
Thank you guys for being here.
Dad, what's the
Go get it. You see him run with the ball, right? Y'all seen him run with the ball?
That's hurting. That's hurting. Dad, what's the pull the back?
Yes, people, big up, big up, big up. Thank you for being here.
Dad,
Are y'all hearing me good?
Dad.
Let me know if y'all hearing me good or am I too far from the streaming device.
Dad,
Big up Tomachin, big up Skills.
Dad,
Toxic in the building.
Dad,
Hey,
where you see the ball?
see that? Ooh. Ah. My legs are going, please. My legs are going.
Dad, I got it. Three, two,
So people,
Dad,
yeah,
Dad,
what
Daddy,
it's happening now.
Daddy,
Bruno gonna rise.
Dad,
Full
water.
agreement.
Daddy, water.
It's only now a phone call away.
Dad, I did it before.
It's only now a phone call away from being official. That is it. That's a good look. No, of course. That's a good look. We've been waiting on this deal for how long? Weeks. I think probably even more than a month. Right? Waiting on this deal.
Dad,
Finally.
Dad,
Yeah.
I did the pretty ball.
Like this.
What's that?
Guys, he's just 3 years old. You see what a powerful kick he got?
Daddy.
Phonics, don't come on here with no foolish, okay? Don't come on here with no foolish at all. Yeah, if you can see my kid, no do that something there. Don't. You'll get sick off of this. I don't like that.
Dad.
Hey.
Did the artist. Hit the artist.
He loves this game. When I say he loves this game, he loves this game. What y'all think? Future Messi? But my foot don't move that fast no more, Toxic. I haven't done that in years, Toxic.
Dad.
I haven't done that in years. I have to practice that again. I haven't moved that fast in a long time, bro. No lie.
Dad. What's up?
I'll get it.
Turn up my ball. Thank you. Don't take the dad home.
It's the ball of USA flag, yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
Dad.
Yeah.
I just had to take the ball. Dad, I see the shoes.
Yeah. Lindsay said, when you start them early, they always turn out talented. You've done right, Riley. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. He's just 3, by the way. He's just 3. And he loves the game.
Dad, I take the ball.
Yes, people, go ahead and like the stream, everybody. Go ahead and like the stream. Appreciate it. We're just doing a little bit of exercise before we actually start the stream and talking about football and all of that, you know. Let's look at one exercise a little bit. I'm going to see if I can do some kick-ups. I've been promising you guys 1,000 kick-ups. Let me see how close I can get to it today.
Bring on me.
Let me see how close I can get to that 1,000 kick-ups that I've been promising you guys. It's a beautiful garden. Yeah, it's nice. Hey, I must like tackle him now. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was going to slide tackle him, but I couldn't do it. Come get it. Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. Yay, finally slide tackling. Look at him, people, he's mad. It's football. When you play football, you're going to drop, you're going to get dirty. Yeah. When you play football, you're going to drop and you're going to get dirty. You've never dropped before, right? I tackle him and he's mad.
Daddy, look.
Look can't do that no more. I'm washed up. Huh. $1,000, that's very ambitious. You don't think I can do it, Lindsay? Big up, Elliot. You don't think I can do it for you? I can do it, man. Let me try a warm up for you guys. Let me do a warm up. Let me see.
Sit on this. Dad, we need to change on this.
Okay, how much was that, guys? How much was that? Go. How much was that? Easy 100, right? Small thing, right? Just warm up. So, can do it, man. It was 85. Toxic, you gotta be counting. Jeez, I was trying to sneak away with that extra 15, you know. I was trying to sneak away with that extra 15 just now. But Toxic is there counting. And Lindsay said 93. You see that? Yeah. And that's me warming up. I'm very good at keeping up the ball. It's like a superpower of mine. You know, everybody have a superpower. Me keeping up the ball is my superpower. What happened? Huh? Okay, go. Put it down.
Water.
Jeez,
Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Thank you.
All right, so want me to get a little bit serious with it now? That's yellow card, Riley. Big up. Big up, man. Big up. Big up. We're just doing a little bit of warm up before we start some football talk, you know? Okay, let's count. Whoa. I'm consistently average today. Consistently.
Dad, they should the water, please. Okay.
Okay, consistently average. Let's go. 500. Let's do 5 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dad,
Nine.
where's the shoot the ball? Dad, where's the shoot the ball? Here.
Go, wait. Go. Go. Who was counting? Who had a count just now? How much we had? Who had a count just now? How much we had? How much we had? That was 200, right? Was it? Guys, remember to put a like on the channel, alright? Remember to put a like on the stream. We're there. Going 500 now. Oh, come on. How did we do just now? Huh. Yeah, that was about 260. That's like more than half of the 500 I was trying to do just now. But when you don't exercise like that in a while, your legs go, man. Yeah, your legs go. And it becomes a problem. You know what I mean? Just mean you can't keep pace. Okay. So guess what? What y'all think? I think this is enough for the backyard, right? Let's talk some football. Let's go inside. Because outside is hot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm tired. I am tired, okay? Guys, I'm gonna see if I can kick the ball on the back of my thingy. Let's see if I can do it. I can do it. Oh, come on. Y'all see that? That is it. All right, guys, let's go inside. It's hot out here. Crazy, crazy hot. I'm going to make sure I take off my shoes. I don't want you to hear that I get cursing. To make sure I take off my shoes, I'm way outside. You know what I mean? Yeah, this woman don't play. I'm scared of her. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're done. You guys, shoes are off. This is the studio, guys. The studio is a mess. This is where the work is being done. You understand? Yeah, that's where the work is being done. I need a fan to cool me down fast. This AC ain't working fast enough. Trust me, guys, this AC ain't working fast enough. Wow. So, what's going on, people? What's going on? What's going on? How you guys doing? Man, I tried today, but outside is too hot. I can't think straight. Yeah, I can't think straight with outside being so hot, so I'll do it another day. Yeah, we'll get it done another day. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling? Transfer rumors still going on. Everything's still hot. Everything is still a hot mess. You know what I mean? Nothing to change. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, a little bit of changes. Bruno Guimaraes. You know what I mean? Our topic of today, the subject. You know what I mean? The man of the hour. Bruno Guimaraes. Yes, people. Yes. Finally, Arsenal and Newcastle seem like them have some sort of agreement in place. You get me? For us to get Bruno over the line. Love football skills. Nice setup. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I mean, like, I try to improve as I go along. You know what I mean? Try to get better. You want to see where this was coming from. It was coming from just this stand that I'm on right now. And not even something like this, like on a little table and just doing whatever. You know what I mean? Until I bought a Dex. I bought a printer. I just keep on buying stuff. And the last thing I bought was my computer. You know what I mean? And then we just keep on moving from then. You understand? But life is about improvement. And we always have to understand that. You don't sit still or stand still with life. You got to move with the flow. You know what I mean? And you got to make sure that in everything that you do, you try to get better. Just like I'm trying to get better with my streaming, my communication. You know what I mean? Because there's lots of stuff for us to get better with as we go on. You understand me? And yeah. Yeah, but here we are. You know what I mean? This is where we're at now. And we're still looking to get better. Right? So, on to the man of the hour, Bruno Guimaraes. Right? It is said that Bruno Guimaraes is just a phone call away. You know what I mean? Just a phone call away from becoming an Arsenal player. Phone call away, they mean like Newcastle and Arsenal just calling to confirm, say, hey, jump on the plane. Jump on the plane. Once them call and confirm, say, jump on the plane, it is pretty much done and dusted. You know what I mean? And he's set to undergo a medical in the next 24 hours, though. You get me? So I'm just saying, probably me getting up in the morning for me is probably when we go and get that here we go, or that bomber from Austin, that it is done, finally. You know what I mean? And we move on with what we're doing. You know what I mean? And just make a meal out of it, pretty much. Just have some fun with the situation of we having probably the best midfield setup in football. You get me? Because nobody can tell me that the midfield that we have is not going to be or considered as the best midfield setup in football. You know what I mean? We already have the best backline, and that's arguably nobody can go around or deny that. You know what I mean? We have the best backline in football. You know what I mean? The stats are there to show it. Numbers, football is a numbers game, and numbers don't lie. Right? So we do know and understand. The deal needs to be sealed. Yeah, it does. You know what I mean? But the club's reach an agreement is just pretty much just crossing the T's and dotting the I's kind of situation. So all we're really waiting on is just for a full confirmation that it has been done, sealed, signed, and delivered. Remember, you know, we've been here for weeks hearing that no talks is going on and all sort of stuff. And I understand that Newcastle keep this as close to their chest as possible, which is understandable because Bruno Guimaraes is your captain. You get me? And you want your captain to set an example. And there's a lot of different aspects you can look at this from, you know. You can look at this from Newcastle allowing this to run on because they know that Bruno Guimaraes is not going to do like what Alexander Isak did, right? And they allow it to run on so it can be an example for other players to understand how our transfer is supposed to be done. You know what I mean? Even if it looks like it's not going to go your way or so forth, you be humble and just wait. You know what I mean? Because patience is the key, right? And that was the decisive factor in this Bruno Guimaraes situation. He was not a pain in the butt, so to speak. He did not misbehave. He went and he tell them that, okay, guess what? I want to leave. I want to play for Arsenal. Right? And that was the situation with that. He wants to leave. He wants to play for Arsenal. Remember, he was not for sale. So he leaving from not being for sale, and he helps open up the door. Because him telling Newcastle that I want to leave, I want to play for Arsenal, that tells Newcastle that we have to sell this player. He no longer wants to be with us. Right? And it's understandable. Bruno Guimaraes has been there pretty much since the beginning of Eddie Howe, right? Something like that. And he has watched players come and players go. He has watched players throw their toys out the prom to leave, and he's still there, you know what I mean? And every time he put on that Newcastle shirt, he never shy to give 100. You know what I mean? He always give everything that he has. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So when he went to the hierarchies and tell them that he wants to move, he wants to leave, I think it was understandable, and people understand. I mean, like he's been there to get stuff over the line, to win trophies. And the project was appealing because when Newcastle started this project, I'm like, the league is done. You know what I mean? That's my initial thought. The league is done. They were buying players. Alexander Isak was like untouchable where he was. You know what I mean? Based on how he was tied up in the ownership rights from another team and stuff like that. God's power, you sang. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining the stream, man. Thank you for joining the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, and they went and they got Alexander Isak. You know what I mean? They paid the money for him because he was said to be an expensive player at the time because this money wasn't so crazy. You know what I mean? And they went there and they got him. You get me? So you look at that and we're saying to ourselves, shit, this league is done, man. It's gone. Newcastle going to take it over. You know what I mean? I remember that you already had the rich people, them like Chelsea, and you have the rich people, them like Manchester City, And Arsenal was still battling as far as money is concerned. Was still not so up there and so forth. So Bruno Guimaraes was the face of that project, right? And being the face of that project, you expect that he's gonna always be there. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But if Newcastle was winning trophies, I don't think Arsenal would stand a chance of getting Bruno Guimaraes, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because he's so much of a hero at Newcastle. You know what I mean? He's a person that we Arsenal couldn't stand when he was in Newcastle colours. You know what I mean? Because of how aggressive he was, because of his playing style, and how good he was as well. Not even just, you know what I mean? How good he was for the opposition. He was is a fantastic player. You know what I mean? Hi, good evening. Right? And it's understandable that when a player is so good, and he always seems to turn up against your team, whether in a good way or a bad way. You know what I mean? Bruno Guimaraes always leave a bitter taste in our mouth whenever we play Newcastle. Somehow. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be in a good way or a bad way. It just always seems to happen. So, here we are. Fast forward. Looking at this Bruno Guimaraes and looking at a perfect partnership for Declan Rice. Right? And it doesn't matter how you look at it, and it doesn't matter what age gap you want to put on Bruno Guimaraes. When you look at Bruno Guimaraes and his situation, it's a perfect partnership with Declan Rice and the rest of the midfielders that we have as well, right? But Declan Rice is our starting midfielder, and that is understandable. So pretty much Bruno Guimaraes is coming in to be a relief to Declan Rice. When you look at the qualities that he brings, you know what I mean, his ball carrying ability, you know what I mean, his goals contribution, his assist contribution. You know what I mean? It's like putting Bruno and Declan together in the same midfield. You know what I mean? It's like you're completing Declan Rice. Just like how Gabriel and Saliba complete each other. One is rough and one is calm. You know what I mean? You see that completion there? I think that's what Arteta was looking for when he decided that he wanted a midfield partnership for Arsenal. And he found that in Bruno Guimaraes. You know what I mean? When he went for Zubimendi, I think it was almost too much of a like for like, because both of them do the same kind of work, you know what I mean, in a similar kind of way, right? And that was the situation with those two. So it did not match up at the same time, which it doesn't take away the fact that Zubimendi is a quality player, because he is. You know what I mean? He is a quality player. So yeah. So now we have a midfield four in Zubimendi, Miles Lewis Kelly, and if I'm going to compare them as well, I think Miles Lewis Kelly is more closer to Bruno Guimaraes in terms of his style of play. You know what I mean? And Zubimendi is more closer to Declan Rice in his style of play. So you see, we have four midfielders that are pretty much completion of that midfield. You know what I mean? We have an X factor in that midfield, and his name is Mikel Merino. You know what I mean? Y'all remember that player, Mikel Merino. I don't even know what to classify Mikel Merino as. That's how good he is. You know what I mean? Where, you know what I mean? To me, he's a false nine, so I take him out of the midfield completely. And all of that. But Bruno Guimaraes to Arsenal is just a matter of phone call away, right? We have been waiting on this for a long time. You know what I mean? Since the World Cup, when this news broke, and it just looked like it was ludicrous. You get me? It looked ludicrous. It looked kind of ludicrous when it broke out in the World Cup. We're like, Bruno Guimaraes, Newcastle captain, Arsenal mad? You know what I mean? We're like, Arsenal mad? Then I realized, you know what I mean? And I did a video on it. Hey, people, Arsenal is touching the untouchables. Because he's untouchable. You get me? Arsenal is touching the untouchables. You get me? And that says a lot for my club. You get me? We've gone from settling for players that we can get to touching players that their club don't want to let go. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Right now, we have Real Madrid rattled with the fact that, guess what? Arsenal have the audacity, you know what I mean, to come seeking after Vinny Jr. You know what I mean? But that's another story. I'm just saying, I'm just showing the point that we are on a different journey, on a different level. We are in a different state of mind. You get me? In where we want to be right now, we are levels to where we was. You get what I'm saying? We are levels. We're still not where we want to be. As I tell people that I want to be sitting at the table of Real Madrid. Anywhere Real Madrid be sitting, I mean, like, they are the pinnacle right now. You know what I mean? So we got to use them, even though they have been not so much. You know what I mean? But their names still carry power. You know what I mean? And that's what we want. We want to make sure that when people hear Arsenal Football Club, a fear come inside of them. You get me? I say a fear come inside of them. You get me? And I think Arsenal is doing well to put themselves in that conversation. You know what I mean? I want Arsenal in the conversation of the Real Madrid and the PSG. Just like how you have the Real Madrid, Spain, the PSG, France, we want to be that for England. You know what I mean? That's what we want to be for England. We're not worried about the fact that people keep on telling, oh, you haven't won no Champions League trophy. That's what we're heading for now. We're heading to become dominant. We're heading to win all the trophies that has been eluding us for years. Years now, we have trophies just a mess around left, right, and center. You get me, say? And we want to make things right now, especially with the fans, man. Arsenal Football Club need to make things right with the fans. Because if ever you know a loyal fan base, if ever you ever see a loyal fan base, check over Arsenal. Check over Arsenal. 22 years we don't win a trophy. And the fan base keep on getting stronger and stronger, still without trophy. Arsenal gained so much fans as a mediocre club when we weren't winning trophies. And we still be gaining fans. So by no means we are a small club, you know. By no means we're a small club. And that shows you how we could pull off a signing like Bruno. You know what I mean? And have the player wanting to come to Arsenal, push for the move to come to Arsenal, knowing the status that he had at Newcastle. Because being the captain and the face of a project like Newcastle, of a club of the magnitude of Newcastle, is not a simple deal. Get me? It's not a simple deal. But Arsenal went over there, and as I said, we're touching the untouchables. And if we want to become the face of England, you know what I mean, we have to be able to do stuff like this. You get me? We have to be able to go in the other team and take the players that we want to complete our team and make our team better. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we have to do. You get me? So, it's a fact, people. It's a fact. The players that are there, that these teams are deemed that, hey, guess what? They're not going anywhere, they're not leaving, or they're, no. You know what I mean? If we're champions, and if we want to be dominant, and we want to be the face of the Premier League going forward, we have to make sure that we drive fear in the rest of the teams. And we are well on our way of doing that, because when Arsenal come knocking now, you have to listen. It's not like then when Arsenal come knocking and like, hey, go away. You know what I mean? We're not the same Arsenal that you can just look at and tell to go away. We don't play that game anymore. You know what I mean? No, we don't play that game anymore. We are semi-finalists of the Champions League before. Then before that we were quarter-finalists, and last season we were finalists, right? Just like in the Premier League, we were second, and then we're champions. You get me? So we keep on improving. We keep on bettering our best. You get me? And we keep on just pushing forward and just becoming a proper, decent football club. You get me? So yeah, can't wait to see Marino out there since his last injury. Yeah, and he looked fantastic in the World Cup as well. You know, I mean, I was here when I was cheering for Marino to score. It's like every time Marino goes on the field, I feel like he's scoring, bro. You know what I mean? Every time he goes on the field, I feel like he's scoring. I don't know. I'm a big Marino fan. I am. I've always been. You know what I mean? Even when the rest of the team is doing foolish and I keep on saying, put Marino as a striker. But I think Marino is a better striker than Victor Yakares, to show you how much I am a big Marino fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm a big Marino fan. You know what I mean? I think he's a better striker than Victor Yakares. I don't want to see Marino in my midfield. Let me be honest with you. I do not see Marino as a midfield. And if you're going to have me to go against him in situation, put him in my midfield, I'm not going to be too happy. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be too happy. But put him as my false nine, very, very happy, man. I'm very, very happy. I can tell you this much. You see me? And watching him in the World Cup, you know what I mean? You can see the position that he was playing, man. He was playing as a false nine. He was up there striking because he was on every loose ball that was shot at the goal. Just realize and acknowledge the position that he's supposed to play. And I'm trying to say that them other coaches, international coaches, are figuring these out. Why can't Arteta do it? Why not? Why doesn't he realize what he needs to do? I don't get it. You know what I mean? Don't get it. But yeah, we need to get with the program. and we need to get where we need to get, and just understand that we're moving in the right direction. You know what I mean? As a football club, we're getting better at doing a lot of stuff and things like that. There's some other stuff that I want to talk about, you know. Yeah, man, there's some other stuff that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the likes of the situation where Arsenal is not a good selling club. That a lot of people have to say. A lot of people have it to say Arsenal is not a good selling club. You know what I mean? So let's see if we can go over that situation and figure it out together, right? So over the years, Arsenal has always been a stable club book-wise, right? Arsenal has never really need to sell any of their best players since Arsene Wenger leave, to be honest with you. Never really need to sell any of our best players since then. And we stabilize ourselves in a way where we can manage to keep our homegrown players, because our best players are normally players that come through our academy, right? Unlike other people who buy these superstars and stuff like that for their club to get shine and get noticed. Our best players normally come through our academy, right? And that's facts. Our academy is what produced the best players that we have. Whether we buy them when they're small and groom them, or they came through the academy from ever since, like Saka, right? Ethan, right? Miles, you get me? And people are saying that now is the best opportunity that we have to sell a couple homegrown players because the value is high. So for instance, Ethan one area is at least a 50 mil. You know what I mean? And that will be our highest ever sale, right? A Miles Lewis Kelly is at least a 80 mil. You know what I'm saying? And that will even broke more record. But I'm saying to people, just think about what y'all trying to say, right? Why is it that we are challenging for trophies, challenging for the biggest titles in football right now at where we are, and we should go about selling the players that are the best players that we have? That makes sense for me, right? If we sell our best players just to go do what? We sell our best player just to show people that we can sell players to go buy players more expensive just to try to fit that category, right? We sold Nogard. We bought him for 12 million. We sold him for 7, right? He barely played last season. He's getting older. So Nogard is about what, 33 now? Something like that. So his value dropped. You know what I mean? It's not a big of a deal. He barely played last season. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a big of a deal to lose 5 million off him based on what happened to him last season. We could have stick to the gun and let them know that he's a Premier League champion, right? Because he's a Premier League champion. You know what I mean? But why are we going to do that to the guy when he's here sitting on the bench and he's not playing? And with the likes of Bruno Guimaraes coming in, you know what I mean, he's just going to go further down the picking order. Miles Lewis Kelly came through as well last season as a full-fledged midfielder now. You know what I mean? So that just pushed him even further down the pecking order. So why keep him around for that reason? What should we do? We should sell Miles Lewis Kelly just because we can make a profit and keep Nogard? That don't make sense. You get me? So we want to keep our best players like all big clubs do. Real Madrid don't sell their big players. PSG don't sell their big players unless they have another bigger player replacing them. You know what I mean? Miles Lewis Kelly is a product of Arsenal. You know what I mean? Miles Lewis Kelly had Arsenal DNA in his body. You know what I mean? I understand the ambition that clubs like Manchester City have, Manchester United have, trying to inquire about Miles. Okay, cool. We understand it's good to be ambitious. It's good to be ambitious. And it's a stretch of ambition, you know what I mean, to go for a player like Miles Lewis Kelly. Being how important he is to Arsenal. You're very ambitious, bad. You get me? But it's fine. It's fine. Sometimes some people probably just enter into a conversation to hear no, and it's okay. You know what I mean? And Lewis Kelly, not Lewis Kelly, Ethan Waneri, right? Ethan Waneri is another one that he has fallen off a little bit, but everybody knows the talent that is there. And trust me, Arsenal don't want to lose Ethan. And even if Arsenal sell him out on loan, or even if Arsenal sell him, the reports going around doing the roads right now is that we're going to put a buyback clause in the Ethan 1 year deal if he goes, which is perfectly correct. I don't think we have the need to let Ethan go. I think Ethan can get minutes based on the lengthy amount of games that we have. You know what I mean? The lengthy amount of games that we have, I think he needs he can get minutes and lots of it as well. Being that we overrun everybody in the team last season. You know what I mean? Harry, guitar. Yeah man, big up yourself. Put a like on the channel and then I'll do it. Put a like on the channel, Harry, and then I do it. No problem. We gotta keep MLS for sure. Yeah, we have to keep MLS for sure. Definitely, definitely. Keep MLS for sure. You know what I mean? And you're a football fan, Harry. Subscribe to the channel as well, man. Welcome to the stream, alright? So Harry is asking, brother, wish my club Southampton good luck for next season. I always have a soft spot for Arsenal of your stuff being sub for a couple of months. Appreciate the sub, man. Appreciate the sub. You know what I mean? Southampton is always a club that Arsenal love as well, because we've gotten a lot of good players from Southampton. Theo Walcott, to be precise. You know what I mean? Southampton was once our club that we turned to for talents. You know what I mean? And we have a soft spot for Southampton as well, as Arsenal fans. I can tell you that. I can tell you that without a shadow of a doubt. You know what I mean? Well, thanks for being a part of the family. You know what I mean? Thanks for being here. You know what I mean? Big up Celtic, big up Celtic. No update on the Vinny situation since a couple days ago. Celtic is my reporter in the channel, you know, people. Yeah man, Celtic is my reporter in the channel. Celtic get the news from me and send them to me. Big up Celtic. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Remember to put a like on the channel, alright? Yeah man, remember to like the damn thing, because we're here doing it all the time and making sure that it happened. We're good to go. Alright, so guys, remember to hit that like button. Wish Celtic good luck. You know I love Celtic too. Tierney. Tierney. You know Tierney is my boy. So you know we have a soft spot for Celtic too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I wish Celtic good luck. If I'm gonna like a team over in the Scottish League, to be honest with you, it would be Celtic. You know, it would be Celtic. But I hope Southampton come back up very soon, bro. You know what I mean? I hope Southampton come back up very soon. You know what I mean? And yeah. I do hope y'all come back up very soon. Y'all are pain in my butt because y'all cost us the league the season before, I think. You know what I mean? When Theo Walcott should have never scored that goal. Theo Walcott wrong for that. Theo Walcott see that was going for the league. You know what I mean? Theo Walcott cost us the league. You know what I mean? He should have never scored that day. He should have played sick. He shouldn't even play. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? This will be the year Arsenal win the Champions League. Yes, love the confidence. Love it, love it, love it. This is it. Fingers crossed. So we're gonna be right here to witness it together, bro. We're gonna be right here to witness it together. We're gonna do the damn thing. You get me? We're gonna do the damn thing, man. Something are gonna give, you know. Something is going to give. Arsenal are determined. And you know what I mean? They are determined. They will do it. I'm not thinking that they won't. My mind is telling me that, guess what? Yes, you are correct. It will be done. So I am looking forward to a lot that's going on with Arsenal this season. A lot I am looking forward to. You know what I mean? So Champions League, we'll take it, because that's the trophy that we're hunting. We're hunting that Champions League trophy breathless. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we're hunting that Champions League trophy breathless. We're going to get it done. And also, hopeful the year Celtic make it to the last 16 of the Champions League. Yes. If you speak it, if you believe it, trust me. Arsenal fans been believing for years that we're going to win the Premier League. Now, here we are, Premier League champions. So, trust me, bro. Y'all just need to keep on supporting y'all team, and y'all will see. You know what I mean? They feed off support, you know, and that's a lot of people need to know. They feed off support. You get me? So as long as we keep on supporting, they're going to keep on fighting. Because we did that with Arsenal, and they never stopped fighting for us. You know what I mean? I'm visiting my grandma tomorrow, and she's a Spurs fan. Ooh. Big up Grammy. Big up Grammy, man. Big up Grammy, of course. Big up Grammy. You have to support football, you know what I mean? Spurs got to have fans too. Spurs got to have fans too. Yes, but it is what it is. So, Arsenal, Bruno, almost done. almost wrapped up. You know what I mean? Pretty much by tomorrow, we should have we should be saying, looking at Bruno doing some medical and probably almost lifting up a shirt and stuff like that. You get me? Contract should be signed, medical should be done, these kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So we're definitely looking forward to tomorrow. Again, it's like we keep on looking forward to tomorrows every day. You know what I mean? It's always tomorrow. Something about tomorrow that we have to keep on looking into and all of that. When it comes on to this transfer that's going on with Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's like how they used to tease us about our football, Netflix FC, always next season. Can't say that no more about us. We are the shit. Yeah. I like to troll her about Spurs. She likes Celtic more than Spurs now because she lived in Scotland a long time. Okay, that's it. It doesn't matter where I go in the world though. I'm always going to be Arsenal. Nothing else. What do you think about Martin Odegaard? I think this is a make or break season for Martin Odegaard, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think this season is the season that he needs to get it together. You know what I mean? This season is the season that he needs to get it together. And the reason why this season is the season that he needs to get it together is because so much players are there fighting for that position. That number 10 position, we have a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of players. We have Ethan, we have Eze, we have Doman. So we have players wanting that position. You get me? We have players wanting that position. So Martin Odegaard need to remind us. You know what I mean? Remind us who he is. You get me? And all of that. Come, Papa. Come. Come. Mama soon come back. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Mommy soon come back. Don't worry about it. All right, man. Mommy soon come back. Okay, mommy soon come back, okay? Mama soon come back. Okay? Yeah, mommy soon come back. You want some water? Alright. Go get some water. I remember those days when your mommy leaving and you want to go and you cry, mama's boy. Yeah, mama's boy. Mama going through the door is, you feel like you need to go behind her all the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, some mama's boy. Yeah, so this is a stepping up point for Martin Odegaard. You know what I mean? This is where you need to remind us who he is and show us again what he got and what he can do. You know what I mean? That's what's going on with that situation. For me, he got it. I know he can do it. Yeah, I know he can do it because we've seen it before. We've seen it in the World Cup just now. You know what I mean? He played fantastic in the World Cup just now. You know what I mean? He was a leader. You get me? I think he's not captain material. I think that Rice could be the captain over him. Of course Rice could. I think Rice is a better captain material than him. But Martin Odegaard is the captain. I'll sit here a lot of time when I say we need to change captain, we need to change captain. But at the end of the day, we don't want to unstable the team that we have because Arsenal is a family. And I don't think while Martin Odegaard is there, Declan Rice will accept that captaincy. You know what I mean? That's just how the Arsenal family is. While he's there, I don't think Declan Rice will accept that captaincy. So in order for Declan Rice to get the captain of Arsenal, Martin Odegaard has to be sold. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. We're not going to strip him of the captaincy and then still have him there. You know what I mean? That's not fun. That's not cool. I don't see that happening for real, to be honest with you. You know? So, yeah, I think this is the season that is going to break him or make him. You know what I mean? And whether I break him or make him, I mean, like, I think probably this season might be. You know, I mean, I think he's up for a contract renewal as well. I think he has 2 years left on his contract. So let's see what they want, what they're doing with him. They need to offer him a new deal or sell him. One out of the two. You get me? they need to do that because we need to figure out what we want going forward. You know what I'm saying? He's a fantastic player. We're not taking that away from him. Very, very, very good player, Martin Odegaard. So we just need to make sure that we figure out the stuff that we're about and get it together. You get me? Yeah. Uh, Arsenal have the best squad in the league. I think even Arsenal's second team could make top six in the Prem. Yeah, they have a very good team. You know what I mean? Everybody always say that, you know. Everybody always say that we have a very, very good team. But let's see how far this team can go this season. Um, remember, you know, every season is a challenge. Every season is a challenge, and the challenges overcoming are better in the previous season before. That's the challenge, and as long as we can ride that challenge, we will be fine. You know what I'm saying? If we can ride that challenge, we will be okay. We have a very good squad. The squad is still fantastic from last season, and we're still adding to the squad that we have. You know what I'm saying? So we adding to the squad that we have should bring us to a different light in who we are and what we're about. Yeah, I see the targets that we have. You know what I mean? The untouchable targets that we're after. So yeah, it is there. It is there to see what we want to do. Celtic said I'm worried about Vinny. I'm worried about Vinny. I'm unsure now if he'll come because I've not had any more information in 2 days. I'm talking to my source tomorrow, so I'll update you then. Hey, I appreciate the update. The thing about Vinny is this: I heard that they're Real Madrid offer him some more money. You know what I mean? I think his package is at 22 now. It's still $8 million short of what he's asking for. The report is that Vinny has always wanted to stay. You know what I mean? Always wanted to stay at Real Madrid. Agents might push for another scenario. You know what I mean? Because the money that Arsenal is offering might be too good to turn down if Real Madrid don't match that. Right? So let's see if Real Madrid gonna match the Arsenal offer and make a deal out of it or not. You get me? And we will see. Big up Michael. Michael said Justin Fabrizio say Alvarez links to Barcelona. Well, Alvarez been linked to Barcelona for the entire season. Before they by the time the transfer window shut, Alvarez been linking to Barcelona. So we understand that. We see that. It's always there. It's always there. You know what I mean? Fantastic player. You know what I mean? Fantastic player. I like Julian Alvarez as a striker, to be honest with you. I think he's a Gabriel Jesus kind of striker. And I think we do better with Gabriel Jesus kind of strikers. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I think we do better with them kind of strikers. As you can see how well we do with Marino. Remember, you know, Marino was the one that was leading the line for us that brought us in this fantastic position when Victor Gyökeres and Kai Havertz was both injured. You know what I mean? They were both injured, and Marino was the one that was doing the damn thing for us and making it work, scoring goals and leading us to victory. And he's not an out-and-out striker. I understand that Arsenal is trying to keep a balance in terms of having different profiles, and that's where Victor Gyökeres comes in. I would not want to have Julian Alvarez or Victor Gyökeres. You know what I mean? I think we can do Julian Alvarez and Victor Gyökeres, to be honest with you. So I would be looking to keep Victor Gyökeres while adding Julian Alvarez to the squad. You know what I mean? And that would have been a different ball game. You get me? Yeah, a different ball game. Animate said hi. Big up yourself, Animate. DFPV said Rastafari. Yes, big up yourself, man. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thank you guys for joining the stream, man. Ronaldo is going to Sporting Lisbon. Oh, yeah? Well, let's see. Is there a lot of Arsenal fans in Jamaica? Yeah, lots, plenty Arsenal fans in Jamaica. Plenty Arsenal fans in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Plenty Arsenal fans in Jamaica. Plenty Manchester United. I think Manchester United have more fans too than Arsenal fans in Jamaica still. You know what I mean? But plenty Arsenal fans in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Yeah. Toxic say Gyökeres and Alvarez would be crazy. It would be mad. To be honest with you, that would be mad. But with Gyökeres and Alvarez, I don't know. And it hurts me to say this, you know what I mean, because I like the guy. I'm talking about Kai Havertz. I do like the guy. You know what I mean? But if you want to make a swap that makes sense, it has to be Kai Havertz. You know what I'm saying? It has to be Kai Havertz because Kai Havertz and Alvarez is more of a similarity. You know what I'm saying? They're more of a similarity. Alvarez is just a better finisher and probably a more complete. I don't even know if he's more complete than Kai Havertz, to be honest with you, because Kai Havertz is a fantastic footballer. You know what I mean? But Kai Havertz finishing worries me. You know what I mean? He look kind of clumsy with his finishing. But Alvarez is a beast in his finishing. You get me? So yeah, looking into that scenario, we're saying that, hey, guess what? It would be or make more sense if we say we're gonna swap a Kai Havertz instead of a Victor Yahres. To be honest with you, that makes more of a sensible situation to me. You get me? Is there a professional league in Jamaica? Yeah, man, we're a professional league. Yeah, we're a professional league, for sure. Yeah, we have a professional league, man. Professional league is in Jamaica. Yeah, we have leagues in Jamaica. Well, every I think every footballing country have a league, have a professional league and of their own. You know what I mean? I think that's a standard, right? I should think that's a standard of FIFA. You know what I mean? Yeah, I should think that's a standard of FIFA. Yeah. Um, do you think California could get more game time this year? I definitely think he's going to get. I think California is my go-to left back, to be honest with you. California is my go-to left back. California bring a different element to the game. You know what I mean? That chaos that California brings, I love it. I don't know what he plays, to be honest with you, when he's on Arsenal football field. Striker, I don't know what he plays. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he plays. Um, yeah, but I do think California will get a lot of playing time this season. You know what I mean? He's a fantastic defender and he's fantastic going forward. He's very energetic as well, so he's always all over the pitch. You know what I mean? All over the pitch. You cannot tell what he's about when he's there. You know what I mean? California is one of them persons who confuse the enemy. When you talk about confusing the enemy, that's California right there. Always confusing the enemy. So trust me, people. You're gonna be good. You think Mascara play more backup like a back? I think he will. I think Arteta learns every season how to handle his team, you know. And last season, I think he made a lot of mistakes in overplaying a lot of players. You know what I mean? Because William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes don't have to play every game. You know what I mean? And I think he's learning that quite well, that they actually do not have to play every game. And I think he's getting better at doing what he needs to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he's getting better at it. But it will be a it will be interesting to see what we do with these substitute. You know what I mean? It will be very interesting to see what we do as well with the midfield situation. Who becomes first team player? Who becomes backup player? I don't think we're really going to have that, to be honest with you, though. I think we're going to have a proper rotation system in that midfield. I think everybody really going to rotate around Declan Rice. And that's just going to be hit. You know what I mean? Miles Lewis Kelly and Declan Rice played very well together. So I think Miles Lewis Kelly going to have a lot of game time. Trust me, he's going to have a lot of game time. Zubametli also going to be giving a lot. I just think he's going to be a proper rotation. Because I don't think, with the signing of Bruno, I don't think Rice starts the game no more. I don't think it's a situation where FE50 plays. You know what I mean? No, I don't think that's the situation. When we brought in, what's his name? Madueke, I think that's what we were trying to do with Saka. Have a proper rotation, but Madueke just has not been mature enough to give a proper test You know what I mean? He just has not been mature enough to give a proper test. So yeah. Califlora has great work rate. He does. He does. Do you think MLS will play more as a midfield role or left back? I don't think you're ever going to see Califlora in the left back, Miles Lewis Kelly in that left back position anymore. I don't think you're going to see him in that left back position anymore unless something drastic happens to our two left backs. If something drastic happens to our two left back, then you might see him in that. But besides that, I don't think you're going to see him in that left back anymore. If you notice, even in the preseason games now that are going on, he is a midfielder. And I mean, he was the one that did the assist for Dorman to score, and he was the one that did the pre-assist for Dorman to pass that ball to Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? So he's showing his worth in that midfield. And remember, he's the one dictating the pace in that midfield. There's no Zubimendi, there's no Declan Rice, right? He's the one that bringing that midfield. So I think they're understanding the kind of player that he is now, and it is understandable why you have the links with other clubs. You know what I mean? Because if you're a fantastic player like that these clubs don't think is going to be a first team choice, they're going to want to try to lure him away to offer him first team football. You know what I mean? But come on. This kid is Arsenal through and through. I remember when they said that they should sell him to gain pure profit. And he just respond, pure profit, huh? That's it. You know what I mean? So I think he have a point to prove to everybody that, hey, I'm not just here to make up numbers. I'm here to play. You know what I mean? And every time he get a chance, every time he goes through a learning process, he comes out better. You know what I mean? Every time he goes through a learning process, he comes out better. And trust me, he's going to be good. I think that if Tuchel had brought him to the World Cup as one of those midfielders, I think England would have been a better, way better team. You know what I mean? Because it's better than those midfielders to me. I don't care what nobody want to say. It's better than all of them. You know what I mean? With the exception of Declan Rice, of course. Yeah, Bruno will allow us to have a good rotation. I agree. Yeah, Bruno right now levels the playing field in terms of the rotation, because I think some of the time it's gonna be Bruno and either. I think this is how I see it. I think Declan Rice and Miles is still pretty much a team. I think you'll have Declan Rice and Bruno in special occasion. I think Bruno mostly get pairs with Zubimendi. You get me? So I think those are going to be some of the situation. Yeah, I think Bruno mostly get pairs with Zubimendi. I think Declan Rice mostly get pairs with Miles Lewis Kelly, just because of how much they complement each other. Because they do complement each other. So that's where I see that going. Yeah. Guys, remember to like the stream if you're here for the first time or on the stream today. Remember to put a like button, hit the like button, and show some support by liking the stream. Yeah, show some support by liking the stream. I appreciate it. If Vinny comes, I think he has the left wing position locked down for a few years. Yeah, he will. He's the best left winger in the world. You understand what I'm saying? He's the best left winger in the world. Yeah, so there's no question about that, man. More than a few years as well, for at least 4 years, 4 to 5 years. I think that side of the field will be solved. Can you imagine a Vinny Jr. with a California? No, just picture it in your head, people. Picture it. Can you imagine a Vinny Jr. with a California? You know what I mean? Who will rotate with on the left? Zollis, Christopher Zollis. We have a player that we recently signed. I don't know. You have not heard of him? Christopher Zollis, fantastic little player. And we still have Gabby. Although I think Gabby should be moved to a striking role. We have to sell some players now. I think we have too much players in similar positions. So we probably have to sell some players, to be honest with you. Oh yes, he scored against Rangers last season. Okay, so you have first-hand experience What's going on with him? Yeah, so he absolutely cold Rangers. Yeah, man, that's our Christopher Salas. He's a tidy little player. You know what I mean? Very tidy player. You know what I mean? Yeah, very, very tidy player. I think he gonna. He's very good player, good with his feet and ball control. He will do well for Arsenal. Yeah, very, very tidy player. You know, very, very tidy player. We're looking forward to seeing him. We play tomorrow, people. Arsenal play tomorrow. I try to bring that game. I'll try. No promises, but I'll definitely try and do it. You understand? So let's see. Let's see if we can. Yeah, let's see if we can. We're looking forward to the completion of the Bruno deal tomorrow. At least, yeah, we're looking forward to the completion of the Bruno deal tomorrow. I think it's all but done. So we're looking forward to it being completed tomorrow. There's a lot of other stories going around, you know what I mean, in this. Do you think Mikel Merino will have a good season? I have no doubt about it. I have no doubt about it that Mikel Merino will have a good season. I think teams in Spain was looking at Merino as well, you know what I mean. But I think he tell them he's quite fine at Arsenal, you know what I mean. He's happy at Arsenal because a lot of people is looking at the role that he's playing, you know what I mean, the substitution role that he's playing, and think they can offer him better because of the quality that he has, you know. But yeah, I think he will be fine. No doubt that he will be fine. To be honest with you. Uh, he should have a great season. He's on fire after the World Cup. He's definitely on fire, man. He's definitely on fire. Darts Whitney, appreciate the gift, man. Thank you for the gift. Come on, you Gunners. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the gifts. Another Gunner fan in the building. Yes, 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 yes. That is it. Saka will have a good season, or do you think he will disappoint? I don't think Saka ever really disappoint without injury. You know? I think he has injured a lot of injuries, and because of that, he's been in and out of form. But if anything is to go by based on what we watch in the World Cup, you know what I mean, I think Saka gonna be fantastic this season. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think barring the injuries are gone now and stuff like that. I think Thomas Tuchel handled him very well in the World Cup, and I think he's now should be at a good point in his fitness. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to Saka this season being a menace. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to him being very, very dominant and provoking and just being terrifying to defenders. You get me? Because I also think he has a point to prove. Remember, you know, we're trying to sign Vinny and I'll make Vinny the face of the project. Saka was the face of the project. You know what I mean? So I also think he have a point to prove. I remember 2 seasons ago when they asked him about if he's trying to get to the levels of the Vinnies and so forth, and he said he don't think they're better than him. You know what I mean? He said he don't think they're better than him. So definitely, definitely looking forward to see improving points about who he actually is and what he's about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let's see. Let's see. Uh, I think it's going to be fantastic for him, though. It's going to be a good season. Definitely going to be a good season. All right, guys, I'm gonna run. I gotta run. I do appreciate every single one of you for taking your time out to be here with me. You know what I mean? Thank you for the support, as always. You know what I mean? Appreciate the support, man. We will be back again later on. You know what I mean? Bye bye, man. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, man. Celtic. Thank you for being here, for, you know what I mean, the communication. Thanks to everybody that passed through. We will be back again later on to do this all over again. You know what I mean? Later on will be in the morning in England, so hopefully some stuff will be done. You know what I mean? We will get some better insights and some of our transfer business that is going on. So until then, people, we do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Big up on yourself. Peace.